all know that HPE has the expertise to help identify the right mix of traditional IT managed service and private and public cloud to fuel your unique apps and services. Now we are going to announce second session of this event, that is panel discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome our panel speaker. And to start with, Mr. Mohammed Sulaiman Russell, Vice President and Head of Platform Planning and Management IT Department of Robi Axiata Limited. Mr. Hasnan Ahmed, Senior Vice President in charge IT Division of One Bank Limited. Mr. Shumir Vaishnav, Head of IT, InterContinental Hotel Group. Mr. Shahid Kamal, Director, Enterprise, Smart Technologies, BIRLA. First of all, I would like to ask Mr. Mohammed Sulaiman Russell, Vice President and Head of Platform Planning and Management, IT of Robi Axiata Limited, how HPE Synergy Solution is helping you for journey to the cloud, how it's bringing composability in your infrastructure.
So the session straight away started with me. Interesting. So if I listen the question correctly, that how synergy or composable is helping as Robi. For telco workloads, it's totally inorganic. We cannot predict what is coming tomorrow, right? The way DevOps concept is getting built, I can imagine my actually system admin has to handle at least 1 million apps in going future. Okay, apps. So when I was going through the presentation also, and interestingly, that presentation I have seen 2017. Within half an hour, I have decided I need this infrastructure. Because of the workload, velocity, variety, and also unpredictability, we have to always be ready with the first building block. If infrastructure is not there, no one can deploy, develop application. Okay, so if we focus on apps but not on infrastructure, you will face disaster in any case. I was actually checking. I think we already deployed two. One in our data charging network, and another one is our core private cloud. On private cloud, I was debating with my project manager. I want to do this within 2 weeks' time. So he was crying. He said, "Boss, 34 blade server. It will take at least 1.5 months to deploy the OS only." It was done within 14 days. Okay, so it's unimaginable. Their software controlling on the hardware level, how they are copying the images. Okay, that actually we practically, now we know practically that how it is helping. However, so Robi is thankful, Robi IT team also thankful that we are ready to provide support to our marketing, sales, enterprise business, cloud business, whatsoever. All right. I think that answers my question.
But I have a question. That during the journey, what are the challenges you face in deployment?
Any IT project has to deal with first the accurate designing. Alright, if your design is not accurate, definitely there will be a lot of hurdles. We actually didn't experience any such challenge from the infrastructure deployment side, because The product is so simple. It came, deployed, powered on, and then my engineers are saying that it's very easy. Now they're actually waiting to deliver. Even I ask anything beyond day before yesterday. Okay.
What about the challenge for the virtualization implementation and the cloud part? Is the hardware easy to implement?
Twofold. If we go with VMware, right? So with VMware, it is fantastic. And actually, we haven't tested other hypervisor there. So as of now, we find it's flawless. And interestingly, it is working in our data charging network, which is a real-time OLTP. The hit more than billion per second, per millisecond, whatsoever. So the way it's acting towards deployment, controlling the softwares within system and hardware as well, reporting, diagnosis, all on a single window. Okay, so all I can say, if my team is happy, I am also happy, because they are delivering, they are able to deliver, and we are happy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Sulaiman Russell. And my next question is to Mr. Hasnain Ahmed, Senior Vice President in charge IT Division of One Bank Limited. You are using HPE for more than 10 years in your bank. Would like to know about your experience.
Thank you very much. Very good evening and Assalamu alaikum everybody. Yes, actually we are using our HP products since long time. We have been starting our journey with HP actually since 2010, and now HP is one of the major technology partners of the One Bank. And initially when we took actually servers, we found that HP Itanium server was one of the best and robust server at that time. It was helped our business to continue without downtime and almost zero downtimes. And we, along with the servers, at that time we had procured EVA storage and EVA storage server. So EVA storage, one of the storage that time. Later we migrated to our Creeper. Presently we are using Itanium servers, and along with that we are using ProTenant server, Blade servers, rack servers, and HP servers in our infrastructure. HP Cheaper is one of the best storage system in the storage arena. It is a robust and most reliable, and it is also running without zero downtime in our data centers. We have two storage systems, two Cheaper in our data center, and one is our data center recovery side. Along with that, on top of that, we are using HP backup systems. One is DP, is data protector, is a tab library, and another is StoreOnce. I think is only we are a prominent user of the StoreOnce. We are using disk backup. By using this StoreOnce, we can quickly actually taking our big data in our hard disks. We are using HP Unix operating system. Actually, HP Unix operating system, I think one of the best operating system in Unix. It is a flawless and reliable and of course robust operating systems. Till now, we are in last 10 years we are using this operating systems, and we didn't find any flaws in these operating systems. We are taking customer special CARE service from HP. CARE is a special kind of AMC support where actually HP proactively support to our infrastructure. How can they do it? Actually, they are continuously monitoring our infrastructure, and they raise issues well ahead of the original issue raised, and they notify us about the issues and advise us to change the devices for failure. So we can use this data center care, and it is a proactive service. So along with proactive, we have also reactive service. Reactive service actually, it is after any issues comes, then we log in the HPs. So basically, in our last 10-year journeys, I am very much happy with this journey, and I think till now we are not facing any major issues. Yes, a small issue must be there, and it is actually HP solved very efficiently. So my experience with HP is very good indeed. till now.
So definitely 10 years is a quite a large experience you have. What about the local support? How you found the local partners are capable of their knowledge and the capacity of implementation?
Yes, this is an important question actually. Local support is good. I'm not telling the best, is the good. They are actually supporting us in various issues. But since the online support is there, since the HP is always be there, because we are under the data center CARPEC, so local support actually didn't face any major issues or major challenges, because this online support always be there. So local support, I think Smart and other the vendors, they should actually develop their local support so that dependency may be actually reduced from online network support.
Even the implementation part.
Implementation actually in one bank, implementation was done in local as well as the remote support. So that was flawless actually. Good. The implementation was good, and actually it is implement phase by phase. First we procure IVA, then then we have separately changed the ITM server, and we procure the different softwares and VMwares and then trade servers. So implementations by local support is very effective.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan Ahmed. And my next question is to Mr. Shubir Vaishnav. We all know that you just started your journey with HPE, and we would like to know how is your experience with HPE throughout the implementation phase, and how you mitigate challenges with HPE.
We have recently started our journey with the HPE servers and the 24 switches. So actually, the content integration is a very tough job, and it was very complicated because many stakeholders were involved with the project. So somehow, HPE product it is recommended by our regional office, and we had several meetings with the local agent, even the HPE Singapore office also. So somehow later on we involved the smart technologies, and I will say that they planned very well, and they did the feasibility study slowly, and the HPE Singapore team were there, and somehow the implementation phase was smooth, quite smooth. I can see that many of the engineers from smart technologies they are here. So actually they worked a lot. They worked beyond their scheduled time because there was a challenge that opening deadline was fixed by the government. So everybody was under pressure, and I would like to thank them again, because without their support it was very difficult to open the hotel. So I wish them very success in the future. Thank you.
After implementation, how is done? Currently, how is
It was quite smooth, and you know that our international consultant was there. He is a very renowned consultant, and he recently signed off the project, and he was quite happy. And our corporate team also visited our property recently, and they are also satisfied. So from our end, we haven't faced any issues till now. So I hope that in the future also we will be providing the same sort of support and cooperation.
What about the logistic part? When the order timeline, when you order, is it on time, and did you face any challenges for that? Because you have ordered number of times, more than one time. So is all the timing was right?
It was somehow the few days were there due to the customs issues and all those. But apart from that, the delivery commitment and all those things, it was quite satisfactory, I would say.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shubir Vaishnav, and thanks to Mr. Shahid Kamal, Director of Smart Technologies Britain Limited, and thanks to all the panel speakers, and would like to request you to take your seats. Thank you very much.